Alright, so what I have for you today is a couple weeks ago I had a request for a demonstration on how to rekey a Defiant brand Deadbolt. When you can see here at the top, it doesn't have your standard top cap like what you would expect, even though I generally don't rekey locks through the top cap. Here's a top cap, for example, here on this other lock. Even though I don't rekey locks through the top cap, don't get me wrong, sometimes I understand you have to. But the problem is apparently they didn't know how to get the tailpiece off, etc., etc. So I don't know really what the concerns were, but I'm going to give a demonstration on how to rekey a Defiant brand Deadbolt here, and I'll just give you a rundown here. You can see it's got the tailpiece and it's got the top cap, and it's got the clip around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by taking off the clip. Okay. Sometimes you need a flathead screwdriver. Just a second here. So we're just going to pull the clip off. Okay. Here's the clip. Any second now. There it is. Alright, so I have the clip off, right? The problem is that unless you take off this top cap, which is tricky. It's just a real, it's not, I don't think it's intended to come off. It will come off, but if you take it off, you stand a chance to bend it and getting it back on, and it won't stay, and there's a good chance it'll come loose in the door. Then down the road in the future, you have problems with it coming off and coming loose, and you'll be on a recall, which is not what you want to do. So generally, I'm sure y'all are familiar with, this is a 1/2-inch dowel rod that I use for my plug follower. Make you one at home for real cheap. Anyways, it's solid all the way through, okay? So in order to prevent you having to take off this, top cap to use the plug follower, I have a plug follower that is hollow. And hopefully you can see that. It's just all the way through, okay? It's hollow. So instead of taking off the tailpiece, the top cap, you put the key that works the lock in, turn it to your 3 o'clock position, just like you would any other rekey. Use your hollow plug follower, put it over, the tailpiece is actually going to go through, and then you just push it through. And then now you have your plug, which is ready for rekey, okay? So I'm not going to rekey this one, but let's say, for example, I just rekeyed it, and now it's ready to go back in. The lock needs some oil, by the way. You can tell by the way the pins are sticking. See how they're sticking up? Good sign it needs some oil. So we're going to put that and put it back together just like you took it apart. Tailpiece through the plug follower. Turn your key 3 or 9 o'clock. Slide it right back over. And had this been rekeyed before I put it back in the plug, it would have been done. And then you put your clip back on. So that's how you rekey a Defiant brand lock with no top cap and a non-removable tailpiece, we'll call this one. So now you know. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And as always, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you.